Welcome back to Income Trading 101. Today we're going to take a look at the crypto.com coin, CRO. We're looking at it versus the US dollar. You can see that we've got data all the way back to basically August of 2020. So let's get rid of this volume and just take a quick look. Started out fairly strong, dropped towards the end of last year, and then it's certainly enjoyed the rally that we've seen in other coins, partially at least. Look at this on February. Let's just take it back to January the 1st. We had a close of just shy of 6 cents. And we had it all the way to a high on, that would be February 22nd of 22 cents. So pretty strong move, almost 4x. And we pulled back since then. So let's just take a look at this rather volatile coin. We're going to use the same tools we always do just so we can get consistency of analysis. That way we're looking at similar things and we can train our eyes to see what is there and also what isn't there. So if that made sense. It may not have made sense, but we're going to use the 10-day, the 20-day to start, and a 60 as well. If you've watched my other videos, you know exactly what I'm about to do. And let's get started. So as of right now, I call this convergence when you have all three moving averages out of order. So right now the 60-day is in between the 20 and the 10. But I imagine when we take this to a lower time frame, that will change. So of course at the 1 hour frame, it looks like this is bullish. You would have had a nice full crossover for the bullish move really happening earlier today. Sorry, I'm making this video on today, April the 30th in the evening. And so it looks like this is pulling higher, and I'm betting the 30-minute and the 15-minute are also going to support that given the way this chart looks. So here's the 30-minute, right? You had a nice bullish period on August the 25th through April 25th through 26th, and then actually into the 27th, and then you had a pullback for a couple days, and then a rally to finish the weekdays, and looks like it's going into the weekend with some strength. Let's look at the 15-minute as well. Should also be bullish, and it is. So with these bullish patterns, you have the 10 period is higher than the 20, is higher than the 60. So let's go ahead. So we basically had bullish in the 1 hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute, but not in the 1 day. Let's take a look at the MACD just to get a sense of where momentum is and what it's up to. So the MACD appears to be about to give a bullish crossover on the daily. So that's a pretty strong signal. I like that. And it's giving a crossover below the zero line. So this is into the oversold area. I like that signal. Let's look at the 1 hour. So the 1 hour has had a period of kind of upwardly trending market. So we saw a crossover early the week on Monday. It's actually, this would have been last week, last Friday, and it went positive went into positive territory on Saturday, really overnight, and kind of seemed to flatline, if you will, even though it was positive and then a little negative and back positive again. When you have a trending market up there like this, kind of upwardly trending, except for this bit of a pullback, this is not your best signal. But if you look at this pullback, you had a crossover above. You had a crossover in the positive territory. This is the overbought area, and it did end up going negative. So that would have been a nice sales signal. However, I much prefer this crossover here that happened yesterday and went ahead and pulled on positive again. So That's on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 30-minute just to get a better sense. I like to enter trades on indicators at the shorter time frame. So this bullish crossover here on the 29th of April would have been a great signal to have used once it went positive. And I imagine the 15-minute will offer something similar. So we saw also on the 29th crossover in negative territory. It pulled positive. And certainly if you had a bought then, you would have made a nice little piece of, nice little bit of money in this coin. And once it starts to trend, this is going to cross. This will sort of oscillate, if you will, but stay positive as long as we continue a bullish pattern in this coin. All right, let's get rid of the MACD and just see what there is to see. So initially we had this, it would have been nice to see a retracement, but with a full 100% and then some retracement, it's really not cut out for Fibonacci just yet. You could take a look at a retracement of this period here, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do actually two different ones. So we'll do this one of this lower to high. Pull it all the way over. And there you have it. This is the 2021 rally and retracement. This is pulled back to 50% and has bounced off of that. We're slightly above the 38.2% range, which also had some relevance back in March. It seemed to play resistance back here in late March. And also, while these two bars on the 7th and the 8th of April went through it, I would still count this as having played resistance and resistance. So we're just on top of an area. Oftentimes we see resistance turn into support. It'd be very interesting to see if this actually becomes support, and maybe this will push this coin to go up, another 5 cents and re-challenge this sort of mid-level high over at 24.5 cents. So I do think this seems to be bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if people want to wait a day or two to see if it really plays out that way. But not a bad signal. So let's get rid of that. And I do want to take a smaller look at this one here, just top to low, to see where we are. So even off of this bottom, we've already had a 50% retracement. And what's interesting is that this 50% is still tied to that 38.2% that we saw in the last one. Very similar numbers. So let's go ahead and move this actually up to here. And even then, you have us around the 38.2%. So I do think this current level has some significance. Definitely worth keeping an eye on it, because if it's playing support now rather than resistance, we could end up seeing a nice retesting of the highs that we saw earlier or in mid-April. So overall, it looks like this is a bullish opportunity. And I want to do one more thing. I do like trying to find channels, because channel pricing has really screwed me up before. I tend to buy thinking that a breakout's happening, or sell thinking a breakout, and it just hurts every time. So you try to live and learn a little bit, just a little. So yeah, so I do think there's going to be some resistance as well. I mean, this is literally essentially where we are right now. This line here, this purple blue line, marks where price is right now. So we're at a significant area. If we can break through and push higher, then I would say that this level is going to become support, and it'll be off to the races for this coin. But if not, if it gets stuck here, expect a much lower target, 14 cents maybe, just to retest this long candlestick here. So man, I hate leaving this videos and saying like, hey, we're in a wait and see pattern. If I were to do anything right now, it would certainly be on the bullish side. But we are sitting right on top of very important, a very important level that could either prove to be support and push prices higher, or it could end up being resistance, and that would just make us make another leg lower. So definitely keep an eye on it. If this is one of the coins that you actually trade or are watching, leave me a comment. Let me know if it's something. I've never traded this one. It's one of the ones that's been on my radar, mostly because of its overall market cap and the fact that it still trades for under $1, and the fact that it has pulled off of its high and probably has some has some room for growth. It's so much that I trade right now is trading at all-time highs or trading at highs, and it's nice to find something, to find an asset, a coin, a stock, anything that still has some, like, you're not buying at the high, but you could expect it to retest highs. So that's why I'm looking at this one, CRO, looking at it versus the US dollar here. Let me know what you think. Definitely, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you guys who have already subscribed, and I'll be making some more videos here over the weekend. So have a great weekend, and as always, happy trading.